Welcome back to another week in my life as a second-year vet student. It is pajama day at vet school today. I'm going to be rolling up to campus wearing this. I'm actually going to head over right now because I've got a case scenario to go through online, and we've got a feedback session happening in about an hour and a half. But just in case you've never met me yet, this is your first time watching the videos, I'm Deacon Lila. I'm a second-year vet student studying at the Royal Veterinary College in London, and I post videos every single week to show you what it's like being a vet student. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe, and you can check out all the other ones I have posted up on the channel. I got to get to class now, so I'll see you on campus.
You will not believe how long.
It's 7 o'clock. I'm back home now and I ate some dinner. As you can tell with the headphones in, I'm about to head over to the gym for a little workout. And then I'm gonna come back here and probably go to sleep, try to get up early tomorrow. Today, we had a couple lectures. It was on vaccines of viral diseases, viral immune evasion. Those were fairly straightforward lectures. After that, I gave a little talk as part of my student society. So I run the study society and I wanted to share all the advice I have for new students on studying. So I did that today. It took about an hour. After that, I had a meeting with my committee for the study society, the vice presidents, there's two of them. And we just talked about what it's gonna look like this term and what everyone's gonna be doing. So we're all on the same page now. We're pretty much all set to run a bunch of events for the society. It is the biggest one on campus now, so it's a lot of work. And so it was very helpful to get those meetings done. I've got a pretty busy day tomorrow. I think it's 4 lectures, and in the break time, I'm gonna be giving that same talk to a different group of students. It'll basically be 5 hours straight of learning or teaching for me, so it should be a bit of a busy one. That's why I'll just head to bed early today and see you tomorrow right before we head over to those lectures.
Well, the lecture theater just broke, so I'm not gonna go attend those lectures. It's just gonna be her reading off nothing. There's no slides, and so I'd rather watch the recordings from last year for that. So I'm gonna do some work here, maybe do a little bit of studying, and then hopefully the projector is fixed for our 2 lectures in the afternoon. But for now, I've just got to do my own work, and then I'll have to watch those recordings later.
I was just giving this little talk to the graduate students, so they are going to join me as classmates actually next year, but I figured for all I learned last year about studying and passing exams, I wanted to give them a talk about all the stuff I learned, how to study and pass the exams here at my university, because we operate very differently. And then I found out that my exam result just came out, so I'm going to check it out, and hopefully I did pretty good. Let's see what we got. Okay, so it's come out. It's only a 5% exam, and honestly, when I took it, that was after one of the hardest weeks ever, which you can watch on my channel because I film every week of my life. But I'm hoping that I did pretty good on it. And honestly, the main thing I want to look at is the basically like free response part, because it was really honestly difficult wording. So I just want to see what I lost marks on. But I'm going to find my exam here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I did pretty good. That's good. All right. I mean, I'm not going to say the exact score, but we have a multiple choice part and then a PSQ part, like the written case scenario part. And I did better on the multiple choice part, which is natural. I did really good on the multiple choice part, but the free response part I did worse on, and I would have wanted to do better. I think honestly part of that is just, it's hard to get into that headspace to critically think when you're really sleep deprived, which I was back then in that week. I'm gonna have a look though at the curve, because my score on the free response part was not as good as I wanted to, but it was still with the curve. Okay, so looking at the curve, my multiple choice was basically at the top, which I'm happy with. And then my second part that I was mentioning was a little bit above, it looks like the median. So not the greatest. There's definitely some room for improvement that I could have had there, but honestly, not too bad. I'm gonna have a look through the PSQ and see what points I lost marks on, but I've got my lecture in 15 minutes, so I think I'll just eat my lunch and look at those questions here. Okay, I finished up the fitness club boxing session. I'll see you at work tomorrow morning. A little chocolate mess today, it's okay.
We started the day off with a dog that ate a ton of chocolate and vomited it all over our consult room, so I'm gonna clean that up. I mean, it's a cool way to start the day, but the dog vomited up the chocolate. I'd rather see that happen than it not vomit anything and then absorb all the chocolate. It's time to clean up a whole lot of chocolate sauce. Look at all of that chocolate sauce, dude. You see that? It's brown, like through all these sheets. Chocolate sauce. This whole trash can is full of chocolate sauce. I'm gonna log on to the reception computer right now and do some university work. So there's a applied virology task that we were given. It's like a challenge worksheet. So I'm just gonna work through it now because that's what I was supposed to do today at 9. Obviously I had to skip the normal teaching to come to the clinic. It's an asynchronous task, so I could do it whenever, but I may as well do it now and then have less homework later. How about, would you be able to come in on Friday? Cheers, bye. It looks like I'll finally leave the clinic on time for once. It is 6:40 and the vet's gone, so I've got 20 minutes to clean the clinic. I think I have a 9 a.m. tomorrow, so after I head home today, I'll definitely just go to the gym, go to bed, and I'll have to get up early tomorrow. I've not been studying too much. Haven't studied since the term has started, but I gotta keep up with my prep. Still got some work to do, but at least I'll be out of the clinic on time.
Insane. I know. This is all right.
I started off the morning doing some online stuff for the virology teaching. We had 2 quizzes that they gave us, so I went through those. They were pretty low level, and so doesn't really mean much that I scored highly on them because they were really easy questions and the stuff on the exam is going to be way harder. But it's better I just complete all the stuff they give us, even if I probably didn't gain much from filling out that quiz. I have like 20 minutes before my lecture, and I'm really supposed to be keeping up with my priming and pre-studying for the lectures that I'm having upcoming probably next week. And I've been falling behind, so I've got 20 minutes to try and remember everything I learned about skin from a couple short YouTube videos I watched. I got to start revising it before I forget, because if I wait too long, then I'll just have to rewatch the YouTube video and then I wasted my time. It's 3 o'clock right now. I have a 1-hour break that I'm going to use to study. So I'll probably get about 45 minutes in on the whiteboard. And this will be me studying for the stuff we're going to learn next week. It's some neurology, spinal tract stuff, which I've got to prep for because I'm not sure I trust my lecturers to teach it as well as the great YouTube animation channel stuff like that I can find online on my own. Today we had a few lectures, okay, so it was on arboviruses was the first one, and then we had the applied virology feedback. So that was where the staff member is letting us answer the questions and giving us feedback on our answers for the stuff that we did asynchronously. We had a neurology lecture on the vestibular system in your ear, which is how you get your balance. And we're gonna finish it up with prion diseases, so talking about TSEs, like scrapie, for example, or mad cow disease. So we're finishing today at 5 o'clock. If I can do my 45 minutes and see what I remember about spinal tracts, I'll be very happy with that. And I'll, be back on track to get my revision schedule and my whole study system, kind of how I want it to be. Tomorrow is just practicals, so I'll have to do some prep for that. We have a dissection and then another practical, more on the viruses. And so I'll have to do some prep work for that tonight. And I think that's probably what I'll be doing when I go home after I work out. I'm back home now, and honestly, I have really no energy to study, so I'm gonna do some cooking and do some chores. That's usually what I like to do when I don't have the brain power to really invest in studying. I may do some priming and prep for next week, so I might find a YouTube video on skin diseases in animals, and maybe I'll watch that.
But other than that, it's just gonna be chores, gym, sleep, and then I gotta prep for my dissection and practical tomorrow.
Action shot. Hey, we locked in. Hey.
I am tired and I'm ready for bed right now. It's 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna head to sleep. I'll be working at 10 a.m., so I probably gotta leave the house at like a little after 9. Today we had the dissection. It was a horse's head and a dog's head, and so we split up in pairs. I was doing the horse's head and my other group mates were doing the dog's head. I spent my entire break, my 2-hour break, after I finished the hemagglutination inhibition assay practical prepping for this dissection. It was pretty difficult. It was 3 hours long and we didn't take a break. Honestly, the prep for it was pretty extensive and I could have done even more, but I didn't really have the time to. The actual dissection was really difficult because the horse's skin just wouldn't move. Every little piece of skin that we were trying to first skin off of the horse, I had to use the scalpel and cut all the fascia. There was no pulling the skin off. With the dog, you could kind of just peel and as you were skinning the dog's head, it would kind of come off. With the horse though, everything was really tough and really tight and stuck on, so it was really difficult, but nonetheless we pretty much got through it. It was a superficial structure dissection, so we ended it at the point where we have just taken off the mandible. So basically the jaw is gone now, it's off of the horse's head, and we're gonna come back next week and do the rest of the horse's head. There's a lot of discussion and thought about whether we need to do dissections as part of our training to become veterinarians. And honestly, dissections like these prove to me that it really is helpful and it is probably necessary. Really not until I was able to do that dissection do I feel like I kind of understand really what is going on with the facial muscles of the horse, or even the dog for that matter. Often that's just because you are being able to peel back the layers one by one and go through it and make mistakes and understand where, you know, nerves are originating and exiting and how deep muscles are. And part of it as well is that you really don't want to disrespect the cadavers. If you're a student, you know, trying to make the most out of your dissection, not only for you, but because that is a animal that was donated to us for teaching. It's a lot of prep work that goes into it, and that is in part to get the most out of that cadaver. You're really trying very hard to complete the dissection and understand the landmarks and get as much as you can out of it. It was a really long dissection and I was super tired at the end of the day. I played some foosball with my friend and then I went to the gym. I called some of my friends from back home, and now I'm ready to go to bed because I'm gonna get up early tomorrow. Probably head out here at a little bit after 9. Hopefully get some cool experiences, and then we'll just continue the week and hopefully end it pretty well.
I'm back at the reception right now, and I'm just gonna start the day off. Just helped out restrain a cat for vaccine, but hopefully it's a pretty smooth day. I know it's gonna get busy later on, but we can only pray that we finish on time and don't spend all the day here.
Okay, I didn't really film too much today. It's about 4:15 right now, so I'll probably get out of the clinic in about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna head over to get my rabies vaccination, the final one of 3. I just kind of sat on reception, did reception work, and whenever I had a little break, there was just more reception work to do, so that was kind of just me all day. That's just kind of how it is sometimes. If there isn't too much going on or too many blood draws we need to do, then I'm not really needed on the Saturday, and the vet can pretty much handle most of it. Probably just head home now, go to the gym. I don't know what my energy levels will be like once I get back from the gym. I do like to do a little time lapse, so let's do a time lapse of me cleaning like maybe the consult room, and then we'll head home and I'll see how the rest of my weekend shapes up.
I had way too much fun making these little practice questions for the event that we're having for my study society in a couple days. And now it is 11 o'clock and I'm gonna head to bed and see you tomorrow.
Good morning and happy Sunday. As you can tell, I've been fooling around and filming some stuff for the social media, but I've also been studying. This is the neural circuit stuff, so lower motor neuron, upper motor neuron, sensory motor pathways, all that sort of thing. We have this coming up this week in terms of lectures, so I've actually not learned this subject yet from the RVC staff, but I learned it myself through some YouTube videos, And honestly, looking at the slides, I'm very glad that I've been doing my pre-studying and my priming, because even though I haven't studied anything in 2 weeks, I still kind of remember a lot of the development stuff, which is what we were doing 2 weeks ago. And especially when it comes to this stuff, I can already tell that these lecture slides are terrible. It took a 7-minute YouTube video to explain all this stuff to me, and those slides were just god awful. So I'm really glad that I've been keeping up with my prep. And even though I haven't been doing my actual revision and studying the stuff that I've already learned, if I keep up my prep, I know I'm not going to get too lost on these new subjects. My friend just swung by and dropped me off a muffin, which is super sick. Having a pretty good day already. I got locked in with a few lectures worth of material, and I'm going to keep pushing and do a ton because I got to catch up on the virology and neurology stuff. So it's going to be a huge study day, and then I'll edit the vlog. But I'll give you a time lapse or two of me studying, and then I'll see you at the end of the day. It's nighttime right now. Honestly, all I did was a bunch of studying, some walking around outside, some social media stuff. You can see I did even more studying there. And I'm basically going to end up going through like all the neuro teaching we've done so far today, which is pretty good because I haven't been studying in the past couple weeks. But that's all I've been doing today. So I gave you a little time lapse, but that's pretty much it. I mean, it's Sunday night. I'm going to keep going, but it's going to be more of the same, and then I'll edit the video and get it up. That was the second week back to vet school for the term, and it was pretty good. I'm liking the new subjects that we're learning, and I'm liking the pace of the content, and as well all the dissections and practical stuff that we're able to do. Makes it a lot more interesting and more motivating to study, and as well turn up in person to the course and go through the teaching. That being said, it is very, very hard to balance the schoolwork, the part-time job, the social media, the society, all these other commitments I have. So I'm definitely gonna cut the vlog for now because I've got to have some time in the afternoon. I mean, it's already nighttime, but you know, I've got to have some time to just lock in a little bit more, get some stuff ready and not worry about the vlog. I'll be posting another vlog next week. I've already posted vlogs in the past. Check them out on the channel right now if you really enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below of what you want to see more of in the future, and I'll read them all, respond to them, and see what I can do. That's it for me. Have a good week. Veterinary with Deacon, out.